Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim. Exposition of the Holy Quran. By Allama G.A Parwez. Sura 18. Al-Kahf verse 54 to 110.
وَلَقَدْ صَرَّفْنَا فِي هَذَا الْقُرْآنِ لِلنَّاسِ مِنْ كُلِّ مَثَلٍ وَكَانَ الْإِنسَانُ أَكْثَرَ شَيْءٍ جَدَلًا.
54. In this Quran Allah has employed diverse forms of illustration to bring home its truth to man, but man in most cases proves contentious.
وَمَا مَنَعَ النَّاسَ أَن يُؤْمِنُوا إِذْ جَاءَهُمُ الْهُدَى وَيَسْتَغْفِرُوا رَبَّهُمْ إِلَّا أَن تَأْتِيَهُمْ سُنَّةُ الْأَوَّلِينَ أَوْ يَأْتِيَهُمُ الْعَذَابُ قُبُلًا.
55. Now that true guidance has come to man from Allah, what hinders them from believing in it and seeking protection from Allah for their past wicked doings? It seems that they are simply waiting for a doom such as what overtook the ancients, that it should come and stare them in the face.
وَمَا نُرْسِلُ الْمُرْسَلِينَ إِلَّا مُبَشِّرِينَ وَمُنذِرِينَ وَيُجَادِلُ الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا بِالْبَاطِلِ لِيُدْحِضُوا بِهِ الْحَقَّ وَاتَّخَذُوا آيَاتِي وَمَا أُنذِرُوا هُزُوًا.
56. It is Allah's way that chastisement is preceded by the Rusul who convey the tidings of a good return for whatever good one does and the warning of painful result following wicked deeds. But the unbelievers indulge in vain disputes in order to make the truth ineffective. They, thus, treat the message and the warnings given by their Rasul with mockery.
وَمَنْ أَظْلَمُ مِمَّنْ ذُكِّرَ بِآيَاتِ رَبِّهِ فَأَعْرَضَ عَنْهَا وَنَسِيَ مَا قَدَّمَتْ يَدَاهُ إِنَّا جَعَلْنَا عَلَى قُلُوبِهِمْ أَكِنَّةً أَن يَفْقَهُوهُ وَفِي آذَانِهِمْ وَقْرًا وَإِن تَدْعُهُمْ إِلَى الْهُدَى فَلَن يَهْتَدُوا إِذًا أَبَدًا.
57. Who can be more zalim than the one who, when reminded of the admonition of his Rabb, disregards it and forgets what wicked actions he has already sent forth? The result of such an attitude of mind is that their hearts are covered lest they should understand any right thing, and have heaviness in their ears, and even if you bid them to the right way they will never be guided.
وَرَبُّكَ الْغَفُورُ ذُو الرَّحْمَةِ لَوْ يُؤَاخِذُهُم بِمَا كَسَبُوا لَعَجَّلَ لَهُمُ الْعَذَابَ بَل لَّهُم مَّوْعِدٌ لَّن يَجِدُوا مِن دُونِهِ مَوْئِلًا.
58. The actions of these people deserve instant chastisement, but it is Allah's rahmat which gives them respite. If they do not make amends during this period, chastisement will come upon them and they will not be given any further respite.
وَتِلْكَ الْقُرَىٰ أَهْلَكْنَاهُمْ لَمَّا ظَلَمُوا وَجَعَلْنَا لِمَهْلِكِهِم مَّوْعِدًا.
59. This is what happened in the case of those cities which were destroyed for their iniquities after due warning was given to them of their coming destruction.
وَإِذْ قَالَ مُوسَى لِفَتَاهُ لَا أَبْرَحُ حَتَّى أَبْلُغَ مَجْمَعَ الْبَحْرَيْنِ أَوْ أَمْضِيَ حُقُبًا.
60. Call to mind the occasion when Moses said to his companion, I will not stop until I reach the place where the two rivers meet. No matter how long it takes one to get there.
فَلَمَّا بَلَغَا مَجْمَعَ بَيْنِهِمَا نَسِيَا حُوتَهُمَا فَاتَّخَذَ سَبِيلَهُ فِي الْبَحْرِ سَرَبًا.
61. When they reached the confluence, they stayed for a while on a stone at the bank of the river. When they resumed their journey, they forgot to take with them the fish which they had carried for their good. The fish which was alive slowly slipped into the sea.
فلما جاوزا قال لفتاه آتنا غداءنا لقد لقينا من سفرنا هذا نصبا قال أرأيت إذ أوينا إلى الصخرة فإني نسيت الحوت وما أنسانيه إلا الشيطان أن أذكره واتخذ سبيله في البحر عجبا.
62-63. When they proceeded further, Moses said to his companions, "Bring us our morning meal, for now we feel tired." The companion answered, "Do you know what has happened? When we rested near the rock I had forgotten to take care of the fish and it took its way to the sea. It is strange that I forgot to mention this to you. What excuse should I offer except that it was Shaitan who made me forget this?"
قال ذلك ما كنا نبغ فارتدا على آثارهما قصصا.
64. Moses said, "It seems to me that was the place we had been looking for." They, therefore, retraced their steps.
فوجدا عبدا من عبادنا آتيناه رحمة من عندنا وعلمناه من لدنا علما.
65. There they found one of our devotees upon whom we had bestowed our rahmat and knowledge in accordance with our laws.
قال له موسى هل أتبعك على أن تعلمني مما علمت رشدا.
66. When he was about to depart, Moses said, "May I follow you that you may impart some of your knowledge to me?"
قال إنك لن تستطيع معي صبرا وكيف تصبر على ما لم تحط به خبرا.
67-68. He said, "I have no objection to that, but what I have gathered during the short period you have been with me is that you cannot bear with me. When you will see something which you will not be able to comprehend, you will raise objections."
قال ستجدني إن شاء الله صابرا ولا أعصي لك أمرا.
69. Moses replied, "God willing, you shall find me patient and I shall not disobey you in anything."
قال فإن اتبعتني فلا تسألني عن شيء حتى أحدث لك منه ذكرا.
70. He said, "If you are so persistent, you may accompany me, but should not question me about anything until I explain it to you myself."
فانطلقا حتى إذا ركبا في السفينة خرقها قال أخرقتها لتغرق أهلها لقد جئت شيئا إمرا.
71. So they both walked together till they embarked in a boat, and Moses saw that his companion had made a hole in it. He said, "Have you made a hole in the boat that you may drown its occupants? You have done a very grievous thing."
قال ألم أقل إنك لن تستطيع معي صبرا.
72. He said, "Did I not tell you that you cannot bear with me?"
قال لا تؤاخذني بما نسيت ولا ترهقني من أمري عسرا.
73. Moses said, "Chide me not for my forgetfulness, and you should not be harsh for what was beyond me."
فانطلقا حتى إذا لقيا غلاما فقتله قال أقتلت نفسا زكية بغير نفس لقد جئت شيئا نكرا.
74. They came out of the boat and went on until they met a youth whom the companion of Moses slew. Moses said to him, "You have slain an innocent grown-up lad who was not guilty of murder. You have indeed done an odious thing."
قال ألم أقل لك إنك لن تستطيع معي صبرا قال إن سألتك عن شيء بعدها فلا تصاحبني قد بلغت من لدني عذرا.
75 to 76. He said, "Did I not tell you that you cannot bear with me?" Moses said, "If after this I question you about anything, then keep me no longer in your company. I shall then have no excuse to offer."
فانطلقا حتى إذا أتيا أهل قرية استطعما أهلها فأبوا أن يضيفوهما فوجدا فيها جدارا يريد أن ينقض فأقامه قال لو شئت لاتخذت عليه أجرا.
77. Then they went on till they came to city. They sought from the people something to eat, but they refused to entertain them. They found therein a wall which was about to fall, and he, Moses' companion, set it right. Thereupon Moses said, "People of that town treated us so badly, and you have done them a free service. If you had wished, you would have obtained wages for it."
قال هذا فراق بيني وبينك سأنبئك بتأويل ما لم تستطع عليه صبرا.
78. The companion of Moses said that we are now to part. Formerly what you had asked was due to inquisitiveness. But now you have raised an objection not as to why I rendered my service but as to why I rendered it free, which means that from your point of view rendering service free to deserving human beings is objectionable. This constitutes a basic difference of attitude, and this is why I have said that we can no longer remain together. I shall now tell you what all you were so impatient to know.
أما السفينة فكانت لمساكين يعملون في البحر فأردت أن أعيبها وكان وراءهم ملك يأخذ كل سفينة غصبا.
79. As to the boat, it belonged to some poor men toiling on the sea, and I damaged it because I know that behind them was a ruler in the habit of seizing every faultless boat forcibly.
وأما الغلام فكان أبواه مؤمنين فخشينا أن يرهقهما طغيانا وكفرا فأردنا أن يبدلهما ربهما خيرا منه زكاة وأقرب رحما.
80 to 81. As to that youth, his parents were righteous and peaceful citizens, and we had every reason to fear lest he should involve them by his open defiance of law and denial of all truth. Allah might grant them in his place a child better than him, in qualities and more affectionate to them.
وأما الجدار فكان لغلامين يتيمين في المدينة وكان تحته كنز لهما وكان أبوهما صالحا فأراد ربك أن يبلغا أشدهما ويستخرجا كنزهما رحمة من ربك وما فعلته عن أمري ذلك تأويل ما لم تسطع عليه صبرا.
82. As to the wall, it belonged to 2 orphan boys in the city, and underneath it lay a treasure which their father, who was a righteous man, had buried, so your Rab had willed it that when they come of age in full strength, they should take it out, and then it should become a source of rahmat for them from your Rab. If the wall had fallen before time, the treasure could have been taken away by the villagers, so I repaired it and the treasure was safe. Also remember, that I did not do this of my own accord, but as per divine guidance. This is the explanation of all the events which you were unable to bear with patience.
ويسألونك عن ذي القرنين قل سأتلو عليكم منه ذكرا.
83. O Messenger, they ask you about Zulkarnain. Say, I will relate to you something about him. He also used to set up walls of poor people without remuneration, but on a larger scale.
إنا مكنا له في الأرض وآتيناه من كل شيء سببا.
84. We had established his authority in the land, and he had access to everything he required.
فأتبع سببا حتى إذا بلغ مغرب الشمس وجدها تغرب في عين حمئة ووجد عندها قوما قلنا يا ذا القرنين إما أن تعذب وإما أن تتخذ فيهم حسنا.
85 to 86. So he set out on a course till he reached the setting place of the sun, and it appeared to him that it was setting in black turbid sea, and saw a people living nearby, who were given to all kind of wrongdoings. It was left to him to punish them or treat them with kindness according to the circumstances.
قال أما من ظلم فسوف نعذبه ثم يرد إلى ربه فيعذبه عذابا نكرا وأما من آمن وعمل صالحا فله جزاء الحسنى وسنقول له من أمرنا يسرا.
87 to 88. He said, He who will commit zulm, I shall surely chastise him. This chastisement he will meet in this world, and in the hereafter he will meet a more grievous chastisement from his Rabb. But for him who believes in the laws of Allah and does righteous deeds, he shall have good recompense, and his course of life will be made easy for him.
ثم أتبع سببا حتى إذا بلغ مطلع الشمس وجدها تطلع على قوم لم نجعل لهم من دونها سترا.
89 to 90. Then he followed another course eastwards towards the rising sun till he came upon a people living under the open sky, having no shelter from the sun.
كذلك وقد أحطنا بما لديه خبرا.
91. He left them in that state because he was so well equipped that he apprehended no danger from them.
ثم أتبع سببا حتى إذا بلغ بين السدين وجد من دونهما قوما لا يكادون يفقهون قولا.
92 to 93. Then he followed another course till he arrived in a valley in between two mountains. There he found a people who could not understand anything said to them.
قالوا يا ذا القرنين إن يأجوج ومأجوج مفسدون في الأرض فهل نجعل لك خرجا على أن تجعل بيننا وبينهم سدا.
94. They said to Zulkarnain, of course through some interpreters, Gog and Magog create havoc in the land. If you could create a rampart between us and them, we will pay you tribute.
قال ما مكني فيه ربي خير فأعينوني بقوة أجعل بينكم وبينهم ردما.
95. Zulkarnain said, "What my Rab has bestowed upon me is better than your tribute. You are an oppressed people and it is my duty to help you against the oppressors. You provide labor for it and I will set up a barrier between you and them."
آتوني زبر الحديد حتى إذا ساوى بين الصدفين قال انفخوا حتى إذا جعله نارا قال آتوني أفرغ عليه قطرا.
96. Bring me blocks of iron. They did so, and when the space between the two mountain sides was filled, he said to them, "Blow your bellows." When the iron was thus made red hot, he said, "Bring me molten copper that I may pour over it."
فما استطاعوا أن يظهروه وما استطاعوا له نقبا.
97. Gog and Magog were not, thereafter, able to scale it, nor were they able to dig through it.
قال هذا رحمة من ربي فإذا جاء وعد ربي جعله دكاء وكان وعد ربي حقا.
98. Zulkarnain said to them, "This is due to rahmat from my Rab. The wall is sufficiently strong until some natural calamity overtakes it and it is levelled down in the dust. None can withstand such calamities. As the law of my Rab is unalterable true."
وتركنا بعضهم يومئذ يموج في بعض ونفخ في الصور فجمعناهم جمعا.
99. What Zulkarnain had said was true. A time shall come when such means of defense will not hold good. Different nations will overrun each other like the waves of sea.
وعرضنا جهنم يومئذ للكافرين عرضا.
100. There will be the fire of hell everywhere due to wrong man-made systems. For example, nationalism and secularism. As against the system based on the divine laws.
الذين كانت أعينهم في غطاء عن ذكري وكانوا لا يستطيعون سمعا.
101. Their eyes had failed to notice the warnings given by Allah and they had disdained to listen to them.
أفحسب الذين كفروا أن يتخذوا عبادي من دوني أولياء إنا أعتدنا جهنم للكافرين نزلا.
102. Having narrated the story, O Rasul, ask these people who reject our laws if by taking mere creatures to be their friends besides Allah, that is by obeying man-made laws, they will be successful. The fire of hell is ready to welcome all those who deny the truth.
قل هل ننبئكم بالأخسرين أعمالا الذين ضل سعيهم في الحياة الدنيا وهم يحسبون أنهم يحسنون صنعا أولئك الذين كفروا بآيات ربهم ولقائه فحبطت أعمالهم فلا نقيم لهم يوم القيامة وزنا ذلك جزاؤهم جهنم بما كفروا واتخذوا آياتي ورسلي هزوا.
103 to 106. Ask them. Should Allah tell you about those who act in such a manner that all their actions go waste? They are those who waste their efforts in the pursuit of only the life of the present in the mistaken belief that what they do is absolutely right. These are they who reject the law of mukafat of their Rabb and do not believe that they have to face it. One day, all their efforts shall go waste, so much so that no weight shall be attached to it on the day of reckoning. Jahannam shall be their recompense because they refused to believe in my laws and treated our Rasul with scorn.
إن الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات كانت لهم جنات الفردوس نزلا خالدين فيها لا يبغون عنها حولا.
107 to 108. As for those who believe is Allah's laws and act rightly, they shall have gardens of Jannat to enter. There they shall dwell as guests of Allah. They shall wish no change therein.
قل لو كان البحر مدادا لكلمات ربي لنفد البحر قبل أن تنفد كلمات ربي ولو جئنا بمثله مددا.
109. O Rasul, say to the people of the world, even were the sea to become ink wherewith to write words of my Rabb, the sea will exhaust itself while the words of my Rabb shall continue to issue forth. And even if alike if it is added thereto.
قل إنما أنا بشر مثلكم يوحى إلي أنما إلهكم إله واحد فمن كان يرجو لقاء ربه فليعمل عملا صالحا ولا يشرك بعبادة ربه أحدا.
110. And say to them, I am a human being like you, with the only difference that it has been revealed to me that the entire authority rests with Allah, the One. Let him who believes in his law of mukafat do that which is right, and not to obey anyone other than Allah, and thus associate any authority with him.